Welcome back. Little part 2 action on the body. That's the plan for this week. Get her finished up along the bottom. We'll see how it goes. Still pretty jazzed up because we got a supercharged Roadster. Man, oh man. If you guys haven't checked out those episodes, you guys oughta. That thing looks so cool, huh? Anyways, like I said, this week plan is get the finish look on the body, kind of get that wrapped up. Weeks are narrowing down. We got a roll on this thing, you know what I mean? I'm still, after looking at it, for a few days, whatever, I'm still excited to see that with sheet metal. Hopefully that turns out good. Everything's looking really good, flows at the body. Only thing I'm not liking is this cab corner back here. I don't know if you can catch that on cam. It's scooted out just a little bit. We need to tuck her in just a little bit. Just tack, so easy fix, no big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and measure up everything, make sure it's all good. We need to kind of get the bottom of the door jammed out, and then we can start sheet metal on this side and get the look on her, move around, get the other side done. We'll see how much we get done this week. I'd like to kind of get maybe the box going. We'll see how that goes. We need to get the pedals. We got a lot we need to get done, but anyways, let's get to it. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Let's go. Alright, that looks much better. And we got a little bar here on the bottom of the door. I figure once we start doing the inside jam and stuff like that, we can figure all that out later. But at least this lets us get the outside done for now and, keep moving on. So I think I'm going to get some sheet metal out because we're basically, I want to tie this corner in, I think, first. So we'll just weld a little strip around there. And then this is basically just a big square. So those will be easy. So I'll probably just knock those out real quick. And then this one here will be a little bit more, massaging and messing around. But these two are super simple. Kind of get a little curve on that one. This one's basically just straight and square. So I'm going to knock those out real quick and we'll tackle that. Man, oh man, that turned out good, huh? I kind of like that. I think time to get a little filler on there. That'll look nice. Transition's good. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good with that lower panel on there. Let me know what you guys think. Went ahead and capped that while we were at it. Just kind of manipulated that panel on the anvil, there to kind of get what we needed. A little filler would be just fine. I think this side's pretty well wrapped up other than this little bit. And I don't know if I'm too worried about that right now. Maybe we'll do that when we do the dash, I guess. Majority wise, that looks good. Happy with it. I guess, moving on. back at it. A little car show action this morning. It's warm, air's blowing. Anyways, finished up this little piece. Turned out good. Actually, this side turned out better than the other side. I don't know. Well, it always seems to work out that way. Anyways, turned out great. Body overall, it's looking good. Super happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm happy with it, really. This up here turned out good. I think with paint and everything, you know, it's gonna look good. Whatever. Anyways, moving on. I would like to, I think, you know, we need to get floorboard and pedals and all that stuff. I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling I want to get the rest of the look going. I think we're gonna move on to the box. I think that's the next plan. So it's been sitting back here for a minute. Can't remember. I don't think I've set it on for you guys yet, but it's obviously way too long. Looks silly on there. You know, it fits width-wise and stuff, but the plan is kind of, you know, center that up with the rear diff and have the wheel well centered, and then we're just going to shorten both sides. I know it probably seems silly, but I just want to leave that wheel well in there. I think we're also going to have to take the front out and redo the front because it's pretty straight, and the back of our cab has got a pretty decent curve to it, and if we leave that straight, then we end up with a real wide gap here, and I kind of want that to fit, you know, pretty tight, whatever. I want it to look good. So I think we're just going to go ahead and lob both box sides off, start shortening them up and stuff, and go ahead and get the sides going. Then we'll start building some structure, all that good stuff. You know, mess around. I'd like to just basically get the looks, what I'm saying. And it's not like we're wasting our time. This still needs done. So I'm going to set you guys up. Like I say, pretty well just going to go ahead and start cutting that thing up and making it go. You know, shorten up both sides. Try to keep my lines nice and straight as I can. Bring them together as nice as I can. And tack weld them up. You know, nothing to it. Let's do it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Let me know what y'all think. That's freaking sweet. That looks good. I like it. We took like 10 inches out of the front, 10 1/4 out of the rear, like 20 inches overall. And then this is just some scrap, I don't know, galvanized stuff I took out of some barn doors, if I remember right. Whatever, had a couple, 2-3 pieces of it. Looks like it's gonna work out just fine. We'll build some way to bolt it after a bit. Just weld it in there for now. We're gonna have like a little 4-inch deep, and probably by the time we put wood in there, it might be like a little 3-inch deep box. But yeah, it's cool, looks good to me. I like it. Let me know what you guys think. Moving on, looks cool. Other side, done. Looks great. I'm super happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. Look at that side profile. She's looking good. Loving it. Like how it sits, it looks like super slammed. And we're not done with it yet. I mean, we still got tires, blah, blah, blah. I'm not, you know, whatever. It's looking good. Happy with it. This side's looking really good. Really happy with it. It's all leveled up where it needs to be. I've been eyeballing, you know, making sure everything's how I like it. This little, you know, bit here where we cut it, it's just a little, you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna slice the grinder down that, kind of straighten that out just a little bit, get her right. And then I'm thinking we need to run some braces. So I'm gonna probably run something kind of, it don't need to look real pretty, but like at a 45 kind of down to there. Just help this thing kind of, you know, not be flopping around. Make sure it's nice and rigid. I mean, it is pretty rigid, but it's a long ways for nothing to support it. So we'll do something there. In the back, we'll have the full tailgate to support it. We'll get to that later. But then I think if we got another piece of that square stock, we'll run something across the top, finish that out, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna get that straightened out. Gonna get some braces on there. Box is looking good though. I'm liking it. Let's keep moving on. All right, got her braced up. That front bar in there, just give her the old bad Chad whack. You know, got a little curve to her, got these braces on there. It's looking pretty good. Threw that one down the middle. Yeah, liking it, looking good. I'm thinking for the floor, I'm thinking we're just gonna use wood. I'm thinking maybe a sheet of plywood. It's 4 foot wide. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know, I gotta go see what I got. But it's cheaper in metal, and I think I got something. Anyways, moving on. I think we're gonna do the rear tailgate section. And I've got these couple pieces of pipe. It's like big old galvanized exhaust, or water pipe. It's from the old water plant. And I got a piece of exhaust pipe here. This one's kinda small stuff. I've got a whatever. I think we'll run that one across the top and that big one across the bottom. It's awful thick and heavy, but it's almost the same width as this here, if not just a touch wider or whatever. I just figured it'd look good across the bottom. And then we'll start sheeting out the front side, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut those two pipes, slap them in there, kind of trim that stuff off, weld it up, and that'll get our box nice and sturdy. I don't think it'll go anywhere then. We kind of need to figure out a way to bolt it, so. Anyways, let's get those in. Yeah, loving the rear of it. It's coming together really nice, but I'm thinking it's kind of vanilla, kind of smooth and plain. I don't want it to quite look like that, so I'm thinking we'll do like mimic the stamped sides here is what I'm thinking. Definitely couldn't bead roll it. It's way too, it's like it's a 1/4 inch. So I'm thinking we're gonna use some round rod, but I had thoughts on this here. I was thinking center this up, make it a little bit smaller on the tailgate, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, this rear 3/4 view is kind of what has been getting me. I kind of want everything to just flow around. So this all flows around, same size, all that good stuff. I picked out some round rod that I think is gonna be about the same bump out time it's molded. I think it's gonna look factory, you know what I mean? Kind of factory, but custom. I like that look. So I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna weld that all the way around on my line, hoping the corners aren't too much trouble. Luckily we use really thick metal for that. So hopefully it doesn't get, you know, squirrely on us. We're gonna take our time, weld that all the way around, and then we'll trim it back out, and then we'll re-weld it bumped out, and then it'll kind of mimic the box sides, give us our, you know, something a little better to look at. Then I'm thinking I got some of this box tubing, maybe run, you know, like a piece down and maybe even a piece across to kind of finish the tailgate look out. Because I don't really kind of love that look down there, but I don't know. We're gonna see how it looks bumped out. I think that's gonna look pretty good. A lot of work, but I think it's gonna look good. Let's do it. Yeah, what do you guys think? I think that looks so good. I love the, you know, the side to side looks good. I can imagine it all filled out and everything. That's gonna look good painted. I really enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think. I like the square tubing around it, kind of, you know, mimic a tailgate, whatever. I think it looks really good. Struggling trying to figure out kind of where to put a license plate at. I think we're just gonna make something on the back of the body, just kind of removable. That way when we're driving on the road, we can throw it in there, but when we're showing it, we can just get rid of it. I don't know, it's just not fitting anywhere. I've got this here though, for the tailgate. That was kind of the idea with the tailgate. A little Austin's Automotive action. I had this cut years ago. Back when I had the mechanic shop, I was gonna put this in the front bumper of my pickup. I've had it laying around for a long time. I've tried using that on a lot of projects, and it just never worked out because it's kind of too big. And I think it's gonna work out perfect on this one. I think we're gonna put our taillights in behind it, cut it out, let the taillights illuminate through. I think that's gonna be sweet. I like the cleanness of the back, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Cut that in there. I've kind of got it set in there. Yeah, let's do it. Yep, the box is turning out killer. It looks so good. We got all the floor structure done. Happy with it. It's we just used some leftover, you know, whatever we had. We had these leftover pieces. They're not perfect. You know, that one's not even, you can see it's caulked off a little bit. Doesn't matter. We're just gonna slap a sheet of plywood down on the floor is what I'm thinking. gonna work out just fine, you know? I mean, this just needs to sit on there. It's gonna be the bottom of the floor. We're using up scrap pieces. It's all level. That's what it needs to be time we flush it off with the grinder and stuff. You seen me make that panel? That turned out killer. Just threw in the old shrinker stretcher. I'm happy with it. Looks great. Like I say, we're gonna use a piece of plywood here. The frame does bump up above our structure just a little bit. I did take you know, an old adjustable big wrench and kind of stuck on the frame and, you know, gave her the old twist down a little bit so the outsides aren't touching on the frame. It's just kind of this side, and it's like 1/8 of an inch, barely. Like I say, we're gonna use some plywood, so I think we can just kind of take the grinder and, you know, shave down that little spot. It's just that tiny spot, and like we're saying, just barely touching. If anything, it'll bulge. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. We're gonna do something cool in here, but anyways, I think that's pretty well wraps up the body. I'm really happy with the tailgate, the rear section. I really like the box. We've still got some patches and stuff we need to do on the box. Personally, I would like to get the box off, clamp something up along the bottom so we can keep it nice and straight, do all the patches. I think it'd be easier to get it up in the air and do it. Just think it'd be easier to do it off the truck, you know what I mean? And we can do it off the truck, so why not? I really like the body extensions. I think once this is all filled out, bondoed and everything, it's gonna look great. I'm really happy. I'm excited to see it, you know, up in a coat of primer, you know? Everything's looking really good. Let me know what you guys think. Really digging this build. And I still got a few tricks up my sleeve. You guys are gonna have to just keep watching. Next time, we're gonna jump in on the dash, you know, the pedals, the floorboard, all that stuff. Can't really do the dash until we get a steering column in there and stuff like that. So we're just gonna save on that stuff for the next time. We got the body looking good. Appreciate you guys watching thus far. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Catch you guys on the next one. See ya.